Hello, everyone, and welcome to another episode of Pros and Joes. I am Frank Kaminsky, ready to lead these guys.
This is Alex Flood, standing by.
Dirty Door, at your service.
Dildo Baggins.
So this past weekend, we had all of our friends in town. A little bit of an alumni weekend, you would say. And we all have a fantasy football league together. And this weekend was the weekend we decided to execute on our plan for the person who finished in last place for our league this year. So my idea, I'm actually the commissioner now. Alex used to be the commissioner. Egregiously treated to coerce someone into a trade for Tom Brady and Odell.
Bullshit.
Peter thought it was a good trade.
Trade
you know
it,
what?
trade.
The numbers still added up at the end of the season. It was a good trade for both
Yeah, because you
parties.
traded 6 guys for
Wait,
2.
I understand in a trade in which you get Odell Beckham and Tom Brady for LeGarrette Blount and Eli Manning, but it actually made sense, believe it or not.
Are you saying he rigged it?
Yeah, he rigged it.
You know that being said,
He also told him that he didn't have to pay the league fees because Peter was the only one who.
It wasn't.
If he did the trade.
It's not that this was the inaugural year, so we've gotten a little more sophisticated as time has gone on. All right, so Peter had to pay $25. He decided he didn't want to, and I wrote up a numbers game between. I gave him 4 players, he gives me 2, and I said based on the players he had, because he had a terrible team. He had an awful team. His team was still going to be bad, but it would be better than the team.
Is this
he
an
just
excuse?
This is the same
No,
kid who's marrying
it's
a
an excuse.
Brazilian girl he never met
Yeah,
before.
she can't speak English, or at least that's what they say.
Um,
Point being is that I still lost in the championship. So
Point being, you coerced Peter into a trade.
Sounds like Rob
there's been a
Blagojevich.
switch in leadership.
And then everyone outvoted you, and I ran under the terminology.
So he's not a commissioner anymore.
I gave up my rights. I'm
He
still,
didn't give him up.
I'm
Everyone
still
else voted him off the island.
There was
But,
a coup.
um,
There was a
Put it this way,
Revisionist
I
history.
I made the first league. There wouldn't be a league without me.
Yeah, that's true. But now it's been taken over
That's
by their
fine.
better
That's
regime
fine.
and run more
I
smoothly.
sold off my shares. I'm more than happy.
Alex
to
is
take
the
it
George
over.
Washington of our fantasy football league.
Okay. So back to my point. We have a punishment for the person that loses the loser's bracket.
We've gotten more sophisticated, as we said.
Our friend DrewDrew from Bennett, class of 2011, actually a soccer player.
That's false. That is very false.
He finished in last place. So my idea was that
Dylan, how bad
Let
was
the
his
record
team?
show.
I mean, he took Jay Ajayi 5th.
6th again.
5th.
Overall.
5th.
I've looked at it
On
10
the
times.
rounds.
I looked it
5th.
up. It's 5th.
Shit.
He also, while he took Jay Ajayi, as he was typing it in on the Google Doc, he was screaming, "I hate this pick."
He knew he was being dumb when he
So
did
you
it.
knew he was screwed from the beginning. So my idea was that we would do a calendar shoot, and everybody else in the league would get assigned a month, and they pick the costume that Drew wears for that month, and we do a calendar shoot out of it. So as you can,
Our friends are very
probably didn't-
homoerotic. Let's put it that way.
it got a little bit out of control. So
It got
I'm gonna let Drew talk about that experience from his perspective.
Wow. Okay. Well, let's start out with waking up. Woke up very hungover. What did we do?
That's
Friday?
relevant.
We went to Lottie's.
Oh yeah, Lottie's great bar. Great bar.
Did you get your ass kicked there?
No, but I danced a lot. So yeah, that was kind of like one of those wake ups. Like, fuck, this sucks. And
You're off to a hot start
it
that
was
day.
The day. And it was the day you've been looking forward to, right?
Oh yeah, just so looking forward.
How do you even plan for a day like this?
Did you prep?
I mean, I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth.
No prepping at all. You just
I-
like,
I-
all right,
no
I don't
prepping.
care what I look like.
Why can't you
No.
tell us?
Oh man. Well, let's say I have a nice month in the workout room. I had to do a little bit because the flabs were a little overboard at that point.
This should be a good motivational thing to get people to start working out harder. Be like, in a
It-
month,
I mean,
you're going to
yeah,
get
that is-
ridiculous pictures taken of you. You
Did
better look
help.
good.
Yeah. No, me and my roommate, we got in there for last probably 4 weeks, and
2 times a week.
yeah,
Drew, I'm kind of falling asleep right now.
Okay, so
You woke up on Saturday.
I woke up on Saturday.
You hop back.
Holy shit, tell us something.
Woke up. I don't know what to say. It's just when you
You
have
hop-
a camera.
okay, I'll
I
tell
keep
you.
having these flashbacks.
Do you have PTSD?
One of the pictures, I forget what month it was, and it was Alex, I think it was you with the camera, and Frank, both laughing, getting closer, just laughing at me, and I'm just like, wow, this
And
is
you,
like,
I know which picture you're talking about. You were actually in a American flag Speedo
oh man.
with an American flag cowboy hat on. having to flex all your muscles. And by the way,
How'd it look?
he also stuffed his
I
pants
was
with toilet
just
paper.
gonna say, thank you.
He
Thank
did
you.
protect
It's a
his
smart
sweat.
play.
They may
Protected
or
it.
may not have been some stuffing on a picture.
There's nothing wrong. I would have done the exact same thing.
I would
have
too.
put a cup on. Actually, no, maybe not. But like that, I would have done what you did.
Put a
You're
cup
smart.
on.
Well, I mean, yeah, I stuffed a little bit of toilet paper under my sack. That way, it perks it up a little bit, and I figured,
What do you mean? It
maybe
perked
the
your
outline-
gooch up. We don't want to. You perked your gooch up, not your.
Your gooch. Your gooch is below your balls. You can't perk
Yeah,
that
you
up.
just said that's where you put it.
There's no perking of the
No,
gooch.
well, no, I put it where the balls sit. If I'm sitting. Yes. Wait, what? A pedestal? Yes, like a little pedestal, right.
Putting the penis on the pedestal.
So then maybe you could get a little bit of the outline of the penis. However, that didn't work out because it's not.
I didn't
big
see a
enough.
whole lot of anything, to be quite honest with you. I saw nothing. I saw you just wearing thongs, essentially.
Okay, well, it just sucked. It was not fun.
What was your favorite month to model?
Man, I don't know what Kevin's was. I thought the Costanzas.
Yeah,
That was funny.
I thought that was the best one. That was most creative.
So what's your mindset? There were 8 or 9 dudes sitting around in a circle watching you put on ridiculous
One girl.
costumes.
We had
one
one
girl.
girl.
She wasn't there for
And
very
they
long.
were
left halfway
and they were
through.
drinking beer and eating cake. So
I didn't eat any cake. There was no way I was eating any of that cake.
What was that like having
Yeah, I mean,
everybody
it was-
just stand there laughing and taking pictures of
it
you?
was very. I mean, it's 2018. I'm not going to get aggressive here, but I mean, it was. I don't really know how.
It was uncomfortable.
You felt
Emasculating?
Very emasculating. I mean, especially that. I mean, to the point where I had to put stuffing in my damn crotch.
did you wonder how did I get here?
Yeah,
Like,
let me
how
ask
am
you
I
this.
in this moment?
Are you gonna try harder next year?
All right. Here we go. This is what the viewers need to know.
Listeners, even
Sure.
it's a podcast.
This is an ESPN league. ESPN sucks. There's nothing
We
good
can all
about
agree
it.
with that.
And these psychopaths want to do a non-PPR league. No one does non-PPR. That's why I picked.
You
Dan
would've come
Giant.
in last
He's trying
anyways.
to justify his decisions. Dude, your team was swilled.
True, it was terrible.
It was bad. It was the worst.
I
team
will
I've
say
ever
this
had.
though. I think the punishment outweighed the crime. I think the punishment of having to do that
So much worse.
It's the worst. Honestly, it's one of the worst. things
Remember
I've
in
ever seen
week
my
10,
life.
you just didn't fill a roster
And that's
spot?
why I think that we need to have this punishment again next year because
I agree.
Someone
Well,
needs to go through
obviously-
what I. Went
So
through.
that's the thing. You get to decide now. That is.
I'm going to
what
leave it
we
open
decided.
ended, but that's
You get to
definitely
decide the
front runner.
punishment. I decided the first year because I'm the commissioner. No,
Okay.
it's my league now.
Yeah. Okay.
And now you went through hell in that punishment. I got it for everyone listening out
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
He was basically naked in front of all
They're
of
gonna
us
see
for.
it, right?
with everyone playing music.
Um,
and
not-
2018. We
We'll let
want
him
Drew to
see
have
the
a job.
funny ones,
The fun.
but yeah.
We had
We don't
party
want all
hats
that
on.
content and pictures of Drew out there into the
no
world.
one wants to see that.
I love the
trust me.
Julian Edelman one. That one was my
That
favorite.
one's a good one.
Watching Drew try to jump and recreate the pose literally made a kid fall out of
He had
his
a
seat
drum
laughing.
between his crotch and pretty much essentially nothing else. So,
And the thing about the picture was he was so flexible. I mean, he's a pro football player for God's sakes. I couldn't even. Not only can I only jump like 3 feet off the ground, I can't spread
3
my
feet?
legs.
yeah, it's an athletic move.
Is that,
You're throwing down now.
I think
huh?
that's giving yourself a little bit too much
That's
credit.
a lot. 3 inches.
Yeah, okay, there we
3
go.
feet's a lot.
Divided by
We had to
12.
take that
3
photo.
inches.
I don't think you have a 36-inch vert, Drew.
no, not even close.
Drew, I have a question for you from Amazon. Hi, Matt. We hope you're enjoying your Velvet Kitty Pretty Teddy lingerie. Would you care to comment? How did it feel?
The worst one by far. No, that was like door like he knew there was a line too, and
We crossed it.
you crossed it.
Hard.
I don't know if anyone else had a decision on that,
Flynn,
and if they did.
I believe
Flynn
Flynn crossed the
Flynn
line too.
crossed.
You had nipple tassels
Yeah,
on.
that was stupid. That was
Frank's
stupid.
pony one was very good too.
See, that-
That's
I
the
love
best
that
in
one.
action
That
one.
one.
That one.
See, you had a bond with that
the
unicorn.
video-
That one was fun to
The
videotape.
video of me galloping to that is actually funny. I will laugh at myself for that one. I did enjoy that.
I think mine was harsh but fair.
Yours was. I mean,
You wore high
went to
heels.
Goodwill 20 minutes before the thing. Like,
Got
of
you some
course
high
I-
heels, a nice little
And that was
shiny
actually
shirt.
the most painful. Like my feet, I have like a cut on my.
I mean, it was like a
pinky
size 5 women's. So you really had to shove it in there.
from that. I guess I could fit.
And then you had to hold
I
the
don't know
little
if that's
monkey.
a good thing that I can fit into size 5 women clothes.
Women's stilettos.
Oh God. Yeah, what
Kind of want to stuff you in a bag and take you home with me.
What size were those shoes?
I don't know. It was worn off. It was at Goodwill. It was really used.
Just think about it. Dylan, I found the receipt. Dylan got, what is it? High heels, a belt, spandex
Halo
pants,
2 Xbox original.
Halo 2, And he spent $24.
And Top Gun. And Top Gun.
Don't forget the dumbass monkey. I don't know what the hell that came from.
That was $2.
The coconut.
The coconut monkey.
It's actually up there.
Out of nowhere.
And a rubber ducky.
Like,
spent
show
six-
us the monkey.
I spent $60 on my scene. I bought the birthday cake, the balloon, the shooters.
Yeah,
the
that was nice. It was good to
birthday
celebrate
hats.
you.
That was an easy. That was an
enjoyed
easy
that.
one though.
Yeah.
Lingerie is
enjoyed
not
that
cheap, by the way. I don't think you're.
Oh,
Really
It is when you go to Goodwill.
And Drew, I wanna tell you, you had one of the funniest fantasy football names
Oh,
I've ever
yes,
heard.
yes.
So do you want to state it for the record?
Yeah, it is. For the record, it is Pittsburgh Feelers. Pittsburgh Feelers. Like feeling a tit. Yeah. Except it's in.
Wait,
yeah.
Heard you were feeling
that's
one of
a
those
great name.
late on Saturday
It's been a
night,
while
huh?
since I felt one of those.
Oh, you felt one late Saturday night at that grimy little food place.
No,
That's
the diner?
true. Yeah, you did.
That was at a diner?
You did.
Yeah,
Two girls
right
sat
over
next
there.
to us. Yeah, literally right next door.
Which, by the way, apparently is a very hot spot for prostitutes in the city
There-
of Chicago.
yeah, there was-
we found that out later.
You found yourself a nice, hot, big woman.
So
What did I eat at the diner?
Me, you, and Chris sat down at the diner after we went to bounce. So we're talking about later in the day for people listening. So we had the photo shoot, engagement party, and then we went out later that night. And Russo and Chris were obviously a little bit intoxicated because after you have a photo shoot like that, you're gonna want to drink
So for a
heavily.
WWE expert.
Yeah.
Honestly, if you would have got a pissed ass,
There's no
hammered and
a
got
little bit
arrested, I would actually
intoxicated with Drew.
understand you doing what you did.
Yeah.
So point being, we show up there and maybe 2 seconds into us sitting down, you're just making out with a chick for like 11, 12 seconds and then
Fucking
sent
right.
her away.
Fucking right.
I saw personally, I saw no words exchanged.
What did I say?
saw-
Beat it.
No, beat it. You literally said nothing. And Chris was kissing the other girl on the cheek and neck. And then we sat down, and we ordered our meal, and then left.
So
That was
did
it.
Chris get any?
You got more than Chris.
Fucking right.
Chris was just like just kissing her on the. kissing her
Alex,
on the
rate them on
shoulders.
a scale of 1 to 10.
They were threes.
It's okay. I mean, what time was it? I mean, at that time at
this
a
is
diner,
at-
you
It was
know?
at 3 a.m.
Threes after three, man.
this is like
there's something to be said
3:30.
about threes after
I think
three.
that needs to become a slogan.
There's 3:34 in the morning.
God.
You ordered well though. I think you ordered a waffle.
Oh no, I don't eat waffles. No way.
Dude, I'm telling you.
You also don't remember the
You
chick.
did eat. No. You had a skillet. I take that back. Chris had a waffle.
I always
Also-
get bacon and onion skillet
Yeah.
over easy with a little
Yeah,
bit of rye
with-
toast. Love that.
with an incredible
that.
amount of ketchup. You ate just.
I tend to
dousing
do that
yourself
when I'm
in
drunk.
ketchup.
I make eggs and.
Oh,
Another
I
fact
wanna-
about Drew when he's drunk, apparently, whenever Drew blacks out, his roommate told us because we stay the night at Drew's place, Drew will black out, just cook scrambled eggs for whatever reason.
You know, it's
It's
good.
not for whatever reason. He was hungry.
Well, yeah, but then he chases you around, blacked out with a spatula around his apartment.
That's a
until he
move of a
passes
guy who
out.
comes in last place in fantasy leagues.
No, that's the move of a guy that was just woken up from his slumber. All right.
How would you
Let the
explain
beast sleep when he's a
I,
beast.
I want to state for the record, you also mentioned a little bit. You said they were a little bit drunk. There is a little bit drunk with Drew.
Neither of them
I disagree.
know the story.
There's
that
no
I
a
told.
little bit drunk with you, my friend. I'm sorry.
I disagree.
Sorry. Maybe this podcast should be an intervention.
This is not cool.
Drew, you're here today because we all love you.
I will say the photo shoot is the most memorable thing I think we'll do, at least this month, if not this summer.
This
It
month,
was.
that's really going for a long way.
How do you? I can't.
I'll
even
never forget it
explain-
this month.
I
Forever
can't even
and ever, babe.
explain like the event itself, and the whole weekend was just outrageous. It really was.
I think it's
That was a
pretty
long
solid
week, and I'm
bunch.
ready to get back into work. Honestly, I
Really?
need to.
Clean
I
your
need
brain.
a little tone down. Yeah, it was scary.
It's good.
You
I
don't
mean,
understand. That's scary.
I mean, it's a
for
rare,
a male.
it's a rare occasion that all of us get together anymore. Obviously, with
No,
people
it was
with
worth it.
jobs and moving away. So you parading around in basically a thong.
A living
The
centerpiece
people,
for everyone to look
I
at.
Instagram storied the whole thing, and people were just loving every second of it. They're like, "This is the best, like the best thing I've ever seen."
The one video, like I said, was when I had his costume on the.
Frank's inflatable pony.
The
pony.
the
That
pink cowboy riding a unicorn.
I mean, they made me gallop, guys. It's not fair.
Yeah, I mean, it was an inflatable one. So
You had a tassel in your mouth too, I think, right?
I
Oh
hope
no,
not.
that was
I
the
don't
kitty
think so.
kitty
Oh,
nipple
that's
one.
right,
He
that's
started to
right.
Eat the chain.
Ugh. Don't remind me. Coming into the studio sucked. It was like.
Yeah, we did it at the
flashbacks.
studio.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's where this happened.
Flashbacks and nightmares.
They'll,
of
and
it.
they'll see photos of it when we make the video. Yeah, because this is going
Is
on
this
YouTube.
like PTSD for you?
I wouldn't know. Support our troops. I can't put myself. I can't put myself in that kind of situation. But
It's very brave of you to say that.
It
so.
is.
the anxiety levels definitely heightened a little bit. I felt like I should have.
Next year, we're going to have people co-manage
Tapes
your
I
mine.
team.
view doing stuff like that. If you can do that, you can do anything. You truly can do anything. I think you made a huge step in your life.
So Drew's trying to get into law. And by him doing that shows us that he will go to any length.
And he's a man of his word. He's
Yes,
a
true.
man of his word. He
You'd
is
be-
willing to
I
dress
like
up
the
in
cut of your
lingerie in
jib.
front of a bunch of men and have people
Yeah,
take
you know.
photos of him.
Drew, anybody would be lucky to have Drew defend them. In my
I'm gonna go on record and say you are the house counsel now for this
I
podcast.
like that. I like that. I
I've
appreciate
declared
it.
it.
Let me play a little
Declared.
But I do
devil's
wanna s-
advocate.
If anyone's interested, you can buy the calendar off of us, by the way, because there is going to
What?
be a calendar. We're
That
gonna have
was
at least
not
1,000
stipulated.
We're gonna have 1,000 of them made. Why not make some money off it?
1,000. What happened to 12? I thought it was 12.
I
we've
think we
escalated
should.
Hey, Mr. Lawyer, you didn't have us drop a contract to sign, all right?
It is our property.
Rule
now.
number 1, protect yourself.
It was,
gave us
it was
consent.
an oral contract.
But also,
It
let
was
me
an oral
say that
contract.
if he didn't do it, you guys are giving Drew a little too much credit. If he didn't do it, we all would have just beat the shit out
That's
of him.
true.
This is also true.
Yeah,
and
honestly,
I also want to say this.
you wouldn't even be our friend anymore.
It doesn't prove anything about me. I mean,
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
I can't. Like,
It says something.
especially-
I refuse. It says nothing.
well, especially in the law field, like what me getting in front of all my good friends, like dressing weird. Okay, that's one thing. But like,
You're hired.
if I had to do that in front of a judge,
I
I'd
think
probably go to
really-
jail.
Would you do that in front of a judge to win a
Sure.
case?
I might be a pedophile
think-
or
He goes-
a child molester,
goes-
whatever they call it.
Drew, see me in the back room over here. I want to talk to you, and then he has you do that to win your case.
Drew,
Would you
I
do
think
it?
what it's going to come down to, it's
I mean, it depends on the case.
any employer would be like, so explain to me why you took JHI, because this doesn't because
Yeah, do you
with the
think this
fifth band,
calendar
that shows you that it's like that there's some sort of drawback. with
decision
that.
making-
There's some-
his decision
it's like,
making is skewed.
I have no problem with the lingerie party, no problem at all. But picking JHI with the fifth
I'll
pick
tell you
is
right
strictly
now.
crossing
I'll
the
tell you
line.
right now. Not PPR.
Oh, he-
not points per
He also
motion.
started him every
Every
week,
game
every
the
single
whole
week.
year.
Because
I
it
will-
was one of those things. It's like when you're down gambling and you're down 200. Oh, let's bet 200 more, and then eventually you're going to win.
I know,
how you
'cause
end
if
up
you take
on-
your money off the table, you don't know when the
And then you
table's going
think,
to get
like,
hot.
okay, after week, he's going to have at least a touchdown.
kept
but
placing
I
your
don't
bet,
even
kept
think he had-
placing your bet.
How many touchdowns did he have that year? 2?
Yeah, like none.
Certainly
And
wasn't
then he
a
got-
lot.
And they got traded in the middle of the season.
He did, and
And
I
he
thought that
continues-
was going to be good, and then that
No,
was
it turns
even
out he
worse.
sucks.
Yeah.
Well,
He doesn't suck. He's just not good in fantasy.
In your defense, Drew, not really your defense, actually to attack you even more.
Thank you.
Not only did you take Jay Ajayi, then you took Amari Cooper.
Yeah.
Then you proceeded.
Okay, that was not a bad pick.
You proceeded to draft
It was better than Dylan
some
Pryor, I will say.
terrible.
Picking him again next year.
Being in a PPR league would not have helped you because your wide receivers were garbage last year too.
It's a completely different draft when you're doing PPR. Completely
Dylan,
different.
for
draft.
Travis Kelce, I want Melvin Gordon, Alvin Kamara, and Leonard Fournette. Can we get that?
I
on there?
had Travis Kelce.
Yeah, but
I
then you
know.
traded him to me.
I'm
at the
saying
end of the-
I
right
tried to
before the
trade you a
deadline.
million
Yeah,
times.
So
for him.
now
You
I
wouldn't
have
take
his, I
anything.
have his keeper value. I did get.
No,
you
you
won
don't.
that trade actually.
You have his keeper value.
Yeah, you traded it to me.
Shit.
I have a headache.
You're
All right, Drew. I think we can wrap this up. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, please.
Enjoy the episode.